In total, it took me 5 hours to get it done. So today we're going to talk about the real reason protective style is not working for you. It has worked for me in the past, and so I know it can work again. We're going to go into 6 reasons that Seun Okimi, that's how she pronounced their name. I have been watching her, and I like watching natural hair YouTubers, persons whose hair was very short, and over time you would have seen the growth. Samantha in New Growth Natural as well. She's somebody I used to watch on a regular basis. But I wanted to share these 6 reasons hair is not growing. First thing you need to understand is that everybody here grows. Our hair grows like an average of half an inch per month. So in essence, if we should do the calculation, our hair should actually grow 6 inch every year. My hair in particular, I know it doesn't grow so fast. And the same thing with Seun, she said that her hair doesn't grow as fast. So if she could grow her hair, she said her hair was stuck at shoulder length, and after she has discovered these things, and these are not things that are new, it's just that sometimes we know the things and we don't do it. So I'm actually going to do my protective style. So if you see my last video, you would have seen where I decided that I'm going to go into a 3 months challenge, right? I said, you know what? Let me try 2 months first and see what it's looking like. And then, so I actually just shampooed my hair. I did a hot oil treatment the week before. So, you know, it kind of well protected. So I'm going to put my hair in 3 sections, and then I'm going to start them section by section. But I wanted to make the video while I'm doing this too. Oh, it's a little bit wet just the same. All right, so I want to do a side part because most time I always have it in the middle. So I want to make sure I get that really good first. Talk about the 6 reasons your hair protective style is not working for you. So one of the first things she said, and I absolutely agree with her, is that we are not patient. You have always heard me saying protective style, you have to be patient with your hair, right? The thing is, I used to just go watch like a movie while I'm unraveling my hair or while I'm doing my hair. And people were like astonished to say, do you really don't use comb? I said, no, I just use a comb to give me a nice little part, and that's it. So that's what I'm going to do now. So this is all after I did it. I sectioned it off during the wash process, right? To make it easier now that I'm going to do it. So in case I'm not finished with this and I need to go out on the road, I can always go because it's already in some section. So I'm just trying to get it as neat, just this part. The other parts doesn't really matter because they're not going to really show. So that's the number one thing. Number two is that she tried to keep her protective. She said, well, she basically kept her protective style in for 3 months. So longer term protective style is better. And the reasoning behind this, and it actually makes sense, if you have it in for a longer time, it means you will manipulate your hair less. Make sense? So for example, I would keep my protective style in for say a month. So it means I'm going to manipulate my hair when I'm taking it down. I'm also going to manipulate my hair when I'm putting it in. So if I keep it for 3 months, it means I will only manipulate it just once. So you get the real reason she says it actually works. So you can always look at that, guys. How long are you keeping in your protective style? Some people say they put it in protective style and they have it in for 1 week. That ain't protecting nothing. That's not protective style, in my opinion. My opinion, okay? So you got to think about what is working for you. Is that really working? Right? You see how heavy all of this is coming here? I have to just take my time to be gentle with it, right? To see whether or not it's going to work. So I'm going to keep it in, and I have proven it over the years. I have tried it and I've seen where it has worked tremendously for me, so I know it's true. So the number three reason she spoke about is type of protective style you do. Personally, there are some things that you do that you call protective style, then protecting nothing. That's not protective style, right? Or if you're really doing a protective style, does twist work for you or does braids work for you? There are some persons who say twist is their go-to. It works really well for them. I know once in a strand, she says twist is what worked for her. I'm planning to use flaxseed gel on my ends, but I haven't gotten the flaxseed as yet because that's what Indigenous Stranz use. But that's for another video. It works for you. You got to think about it. Not because I am doing braids now, you are going to do braids. So test it out to see which is better for you. I personally have tried it. Braids look so good, especially when they're chunky or mini, whichever one. But they don't work for me. They don't work for me because it gets fuzzy, it gets knotted easily. If I put my hair in braids, I can wash it, I can treat it, I can do everything while it's in it, and it doesn't affect my hair. So, personally speaking, I know braids are my go to, right? So, you got to think about what is your go to. I'm not plaiting this, I'm going to twist to the end. So, the next thing is when the braids are done or the twist, whatever you did, when they are done, I'm gonna get rid of this. When they are done, is it tight? You got to be sensitive of that. How are they? Are they extremely tight on your hair? Are you comfortable with them? You got to make sure they are not too tight because you have some hairstylists, you see, they're only interested in making the money. They're not interested in taking care of your hair. So what they will do, they'll go in and braid your hair and just to collect a quick buck. I personally have experienced it over the years. I used to go to hairdressers way back before I started doing my hair myself, right? And I remember when the hairstylist was braiding the front of my, if you notice, I am struggling to grow it back. See? I'm really, really struggling to grow it back. So what she would do, she would braid my hair. And she's braiding the front. I would say to her, that is too tight. And she's saying, because it is so small and she needs to catch it in so it can look good. But guess what? Who suffered? Who suffered? Hmm? Is it them who suffered? No. I am the one who suffered. So listen, if it is too tight, say listen, don't do it so tight. Be serious, you're paying your money. So make sure you get it for what? Make sure you get your money's worth. So don't let them braid your hair too tight. Since I started doing it myself, if I feel my hair, I know, especially like the back part of my hair. So I'm kind of putting this here so to help me a little bit, like making sure the part is, a little bit clean. So what I find happening is I tried, if I feel a little tension on the hair, what I will do, I will go ahead and unravel that braid. I'm not keeping it in. No way. I'm not keeping it in. I'm going to unravel it and then I'm going to do it over loosely. You got to ensure that you take care of you. So if somebody is doing the hair for you, tell them no, it's too tight. Okay? And one, you gotta stay to. We have two more to go, and the last one is a little bit controversial. So you definitely need to stay for that one if you're this far in the video. So what she said for the other one is listen to your hair. What is it that your hair wants? And I mean, these are things we talk about all the time. And I have been listening to my hair. Remember the other day, I was like doing everything right. Everything I was doing was right. But my hair was just breaking off. It was very dry, very brittle, all of that. And I figured something must be wrong inside. When I went to the doctor, did some blood tests, I realized that my iron level was very low. And also climate too, because I'm here in Canada right now. The climate is totally different from Jamaica. So ultimately I had some challenges or still trying to adjust to how this will work. So that is it. The last and sixth point to spoke about, kind of controversial. One of the things we always talk about as natural hairstylists, we say we should make sure our hair is moisturized, moisturized, moisturized. But then, if you remember, I did a video on it and I said, moisture will kill your hair. And I was so happy when I hear her saying it. It can overkill. Whatever you're doing, do it in moderation, right? You cannot do too much. You can't moisturize every single day. She said, well, she cannot tell you not to do it, but she said she has tested it and she realized it doesn't really make a lot of difference. And so for me, I try to moisturize like every 3 days or so. I try sometimes not to let the hair go really, really dry. So like I'm doing this now. So I'm actually preparing to start the process of doing the mini braids, right? So I want to make sure it's moisturized, and most time based on how I moisturize it, it's going to be like for the next 3 days before I put anything else in there. It will keep it. I want to make sure it's well moisturized before I start. Okay. So I was so surprised or happy when I heard her speaking on that. So this is how I'm sectioning my hair. So I'm going to do the back section first and I'll show you what that's looking like. This is going to take me a while. It's going to take me maybe about 7 hours. So I want to do it in sections. If I feel too tired to finish it today, I put off the rest till tomorrow. But I'll show you each section so you can see how it looks, right? So we'll put up this, at least they're not knotted. Okay, so sure we're gonna go on 3 months challenge. Are you coming on the challenge with me? 3 months. Okay, so the first thing we lack patience. We need to make sure we're having the patience. Second thing, protective style for longer periods. So come on the challenge with me. Third is decide what protective style works for you. So if braid works, try it. If twist work, try it. Whatever it is, you can even comb your hair in one but tuck away your ends, because protective styling means your ends are tucked away, right? And listen to your hair is number 5. And number 6, the final one, is don't over moisturize. This is so underrated. Or it can be overrated, that moisture, moisture, moisture. I mean, almost every video you go into here, moisture, moisture, moisture. But let's see what's gonna happen and stick around to see the finish. And we're gonna start the challenge. Okay. So guys, we're actually done with the back. It actually took me 2.5 hours to do. This is what it's looking like. So I started about 2:41 and I finished at I think 5:10. So I'm gonna grab something to eat now and then I'm gonna finish the rest. I'm gonna do this part first. And so at least you feel encouraged that you're getting somewhere and then do this part last. If I'm not in the mood, I'll leave this till tomorrow. Hope I'm in the mood to complete it all today. I don't wanna leave it. Finally done. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. It took me to do the other part, it took me 8, 9, 10, 11. It took me 3 more hours. So in total, it took me 5 hours to get it done. So I'm going to rock it as long as I can. I'm actually loving it. I haven't done it like this in like forever because the takedown is gonna take probably twice as much. But come on the challenge with me or just join the channel to see, the end result. Actually loving it. Yeah. What's your take? You not look too bad. Not true. Oh. Oh. So we're gonna try and keep it for 3 months. Okay. I'll give you update right throughout. Anything I'm gonna do, I'll give it to you. I'm not gonna leave it out, Most of the days I'm actually gonna just catch it up like this and tuck the ends away. Or I'm gonna do some updo style. Yeah, we're gonna mix and match it, right? But really loving it. So thank you for watching this video. I know it is quite long, but I appreciate the time. And if you're this far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and check out some of my other hair videos and enjoy the channel. Take care now. Bye.